Hey, this is Samantha here from Recipescom and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I wanted to show you just how easy it is to cook burgers from frozen in the air fryer. This is a fantastic quick way to do your burgers. And they don't have to be cheap supermarket burgers if you don't want them to be. They can be your own homemade make-ahead ones that you've frozen previously. We'll just show you how to cook them so that you can decide which burgers you will be cooking in the air fryer. As well as this, we have more than 1,000 kitchen gadget recipes over at Recipescom. From air fryer recipes to instant pot recipes to slow cooker recipes to soup maker recipes, plus bread maker recipes and many others. I recommend you head over there to check it out after watching this video and find your perfect recipe. We picked up a pack of 4 hamburgers from Lidl, and these are the ones that we'll be showing you in the air fryer. They're not the same ones that we have on the blog, and over on the blog at Recipescom, if you search for frozen hamburgers, you'll be quite surprised by how many different varieties we've shown you at once. So we wanted to try these, which is another one in our collection. So basically they're just a pack of 4 that are just quick for the air fryer. And as you can see, they're kind of stuck together as well, which makes it even harder for when you're air frying them. But I want to show you a trick for doing that, so don't worry. And the other set are even more stuck together. So what I recommend you do is you pull them out from the bottom instead. And if you look, there's no way you could separate those. Well, without an axe anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you a quick way to defrost them using the air fryer first before we start cooking them. So place them in the air fryer like this, and then you want to set the temperature all the way down to 120 Celsius. That's 250 Fahrenheit. The same temperature that we use for boiled eggs, that's how delicate and low it is, and set the cook time to 3 minutes. So repeat, So these are the burgers after we've just literally given them 3 minutes at a very low temperature, because the problem was that they were really stuck together. So now I want to show you how to get them back to normal. So now just get your finger in, and as you can see, they separate perfectly. And then you can remove this layer, and then you have frozen burgers that are really easy to air fry. My complaint is that with lots of these supermarket brands, they don't expect you to cook them from frozen. So they end up being stuck together like this, and it just makes them a nightmare when you're trying to air fry them. So that's what I suggest. If after 3 minutes they're still stuck together and you can't separate them, put them on for a couple more minutes, or use a knife to gently prise them apart. But like you can see, they don't really take that long once they're frozen. And then the main issue is getting rid of the paper, because you don't want your burgers cooking with the paper. And then they are ready to go on for the proper air fry now. And then let's set the time and temp. We're taking the temperature up to 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 7 minutes. And then press start. And when they've beeped, it's time to turn them over. The complaint here though is that these cheap supermarket burgers, they make such a mess in the air fryer, and they hold so much water. It's like fill them up with water, you know, rather than letting you have a quality burger. Cannot wait to move back to the UK and have a butcher's again. But as you can see, they're not quite cooked yet, but we're turning them over just so that they can have the other side. But you can see all the dirt that they make in the air fryer. And then let's do another 5 minutes on the other side, and then we can see how they're coming along. And it's beeped. And wow, we now have perfectly cooked burgers thanks to the air fryer. You know, as you can see, there's a lot of rubbish going on there, and that is because with frozen burgers, especially cheap supermarket burgers, they do hold a lot of water. So let me just get my glove around this, my tea towel, sorry, around this and give you a closer look, because that's just how much rubbish you get off some cheap burgers. I recommend wherever possible that you use quality burgers. We can't get quality burgers where we live at the moment, and we can't wait to get some decent ones. So now it's over to Dominic to put the burgers together and garnish them up. So we've got the burgers out of the air fryer. As you can see, because they're cheaper supermarket ones, you don't get much burger for your money. It's not like a quarter pounder. So Dominic's going to be putting 2 burgers in one large hamburger bun, which will make it perfect for having your own burgers at home. To the burgers, he's adding tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce, mayonnaise and cheese. We would have gherkins instead, but our daughter's become madly in love with them at the moment, and I'll buy a jar and it's gone within a day. It's like it's her new thing. What do you have on your burgers? We like to have mayonnaise on our buns. But of course you can use butter or margarine if you prefer, or you don't have to have anything. It's totally up to you. Add in some sliced cheese. Grab your burgers. And then of course, don't be shy, you can add another slice of cheese on top of your burgers if you like, because that's how Dominic always does them for me. And they're absolutely delicious like that. Then of course, your garnish. Oh, I think Dominic just said more mayonnaise. Now we're talking. If you head over to Recipescom, check out our air fried cheeseburgers, because they're Dominic's and he's melted the cheese in the air fryer. And it really makes a big difference when you're doing the burgers to add some melted cheese as well. Bearing in mind, Dominic used to work in the restaurants and doing the burgers and whatnot, so I thought it would be fun for him to garnish them for you. And again, some more mayonnaise. Wow, those burgers look amazing. And really make a difference if all you can afford is the cheaper hamburgers, to garnish them up, and then you just can't tell that the amount of burgers you're having is below a quarter pounder. And wow, they look fantastic. Let me just grab one of those and show you them. Oh wow. Dominic, you're amazing. I cannot believe you make burgers that good. Oh wow, that looks absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to tuck in. Well, these are the air fryer frozen burgers. Like I say, not the best of burgers in the world, because you can always tell the cheap ones because of how much water and fat comes out of them and how much the air fryer now needs cleaning. But overall, they do actually taste delicious. And you know, you can do 2 of these small ones in a big burger bun like Dominic's done here. And let's try it, shall I? This burger is really, really nice. Even though it's cheap, it still tastes good. And then you can melt the cheese if you want. You can add in whatever toppings. You can have some bacon to your burger. Do whatever you want with it. But that's just how easy it is to cook them from frozen in the air fryer. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Recipe This family. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest. We also have a weekly newsletter at recipethis.com/newsletter, where we share with you our latest kitchen gadget recipes, what we're cooking in the Milner kitchen, and so much more. As well as this, we recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then whenever we have a new video, you will be the first to know. And if you want to know about all our future videos, then I recommend you hit the bell for instant notifications. But even better, we now have a podcast. It's called Magic with Gadgets. Simply search Magic with Gadgets on your favourite podcast player and you'll find us there.